Good morning. Thank you so much for joining me here on M0ck TV. Guys, yesterday I was so tired because it was my day off and I was cleaning the house. I always find myself so busy. This house is too big. I get too busy for it. It makes you really busy. So guys, in this video, I would like to talk about something which really touched my heart and many people out there who have been following whatever has been going on social media. My name is M0ck, also known as M0ck TV, here on M0ck TV Facebook, M0ck TV on YouTube. Others know me as Z, somebody who stands for the truth and always speaks up when there's matters, whether it's national or international, in our country, Zambia. So in this video, I would like to talk to you guys about the issue of mocking children. I've titled this video, "Don't Mock My Children," because one of my children was used as an example of mockery. And I didn't listen to what was said, but people told me what was said, because I personally don't listen to mockery or insults. I didn't grow up like that for me to listen to such. Our parents raised us really well. Okay, so there is an audio or video that has been going around where M0ck was mocked, and the major mockery was also about the fact that I have a child with autism. Now guys, you know me, I'm a very honest person. I don't hide. I tell you as it is. I've never lived a fake life. By now, you would have known that such a child existed. First of all, I don't have an 18-year-old. I have a 20-year-old son who's at university and is perfectly fine. But in that audio or video, what was said was that I have a child who is 18 and his name is Hillary, and I hide him from social media because he has autism. Now, you know, when informants are giving you information, they don't do a good job sometimes. They tell you lies because they are also trying to push an agenda. You know, many people don't realize this, is that there is a cartel, which I've stated before, which once they see that this one and that one are talking and it's against M0ck, they rise and start feeding that person with false information. And they started as a result of my political journey in Zambia when I decided to stand as a member of parliament. When they say politics is a dirty game, this is what they mean. They will wash false dirty linen in the public eye to make you look foolish, stupid, and somebody who pretends to be happy in life when you're not. That's a political world. And that is why I stand by what my late father in the United States told me. Don't go ahead with politics. And for someone who is no more now, I have stood my ground and I'll focus on business. Okay, so I've got 5 lovely children who were conceived with love. There was no bitterness, and we have raised them to be children that love one another, that praise God, that go to church, that fear God, and they don't even know all these things that go around on social media in terms of people always fighting me, using my children, because that's the only thing that they can say to make me feel bad, because they know how much I have really worked hard to push for my children to be settled in the United Kingdom, to be British citizens in the United Kingdom, and to have a private life without me bringing them to social media to say, this is what they are achieving presently. I keep that side of life private. One of my sons, Donnell, is 20, and the other day he called me on video call, very handsome boy. And he said, "Mommy, I just missed you." I said, okay. We talked for like 3 hours on video call, FaceTime. We spoke and spoke and spoke and spoke. And then he said, Mommy, check what I've sent you. He sent me 200 pounds. I felt so good. There's something special about having a child. And whether you have a child who is disabled or not, don't let the words of a woman who is bitter and scorned about whatever maybe they went through their lives to make you feel like you are not a mother and you are not special. You are special. First of all, never mock anyone's child. Never mock children. Children are a gift from God. Funny enough, this is the only insult I see from Zambian people. I follow social media trends from all over the world, all over Africa. They don't mock children, but Zambia, I don't know why, but I feel the devil is using Zambian people, some Zambian people. I know some Zambians will say, why are you saying all of us? Some Zambian people, to talk about children negatively so that those children should grow up bitter and they should feel rejected. My dear, no matter how much God has given you children who are okay, never mock anyone's child. I know a lady, a good friend of mine from Zambia. She's based in the US. Maybe one day I'll go and interview her in the United States. You listen to her story. This lady had a powerful, perfect life. Very beautiful family. She's married to a M0ck. Nice children. God-fearing. On a fateful day, the husband was driving somewhere with the children and somebody crossed them. Everyone was in that accident except this woman. She was at home. And you can imagine receiving a phone call from the ambulance, from the police, that your family that you just said bye to is now in hospital or is at an accident scene. I can imagine her panic. So all the children were taken to the hospital, including the husband. And one particular child, she shares him on social media, now has a disability. He cannot speak. He cannot walk. He is trying to walk. Now, when you come on Facebook, you are fighting Lillian Mutambo, fight Lillian. Don't talk about children. Don't mock a disability. I am telling you, even if your children are okay, these words, this mouth can put you in trouble. Especially when you even have children. You don't know who is helping you raise your children. You don't know what can happen even to you yourself as a woman. I am in the care industry. I've looked after different people. I'm also a qualified social worker. I've seen so many people. I've seen people who are thriving in life. They woke up that day to a stroke halfway. Still young, vibrant, have dreams. Today, they have to wait for somebody to bath them, to feed them. That is how life is. Thank God for life, but don't mock people. If I were you, I'll ask for forgiveness from God and publicly to the public. Because I may not have a child with a disability, but the Zambian people, my Nigerian followers, my Ghanaian followers, my Malawian followers, all over the world, they are touched by that message. They were and they are still touched. So many of them were commenting on my page, talking about how they are mocked in Zambia for raising a child with disabilities. Like, seriously? Are we still behind as Zambia? That we mock children who are born this way? Do we have organizations that can support such women with how to raise these children? Why would the neighbors or people call that child names? Do you know how many people are on the altar of fire, even with Pastor Jerry, looking for the fruit of the womb? That God has given you a fruit or fruits and the children are alive does not mean that God cannot take them away from you. God can bless you with something, but if you abuse it, He can take it away from you so that you feel the pain. And so that you should go back to that place where you used to pray. I know, even the prophecies that my children have, that is why the enemy tries to attack them through people. To the normal eyes, it will look normal, like, oh, yes, Adi Chidamo, let us use this to strike. But to us who have seen it spiritually, we know that this is a spiritual attack. That's why I don't joke. Mothers, always have your pictures printed. Put them on the fire altar. Pray for your children. People are wishing bad and evil against your children. People are wishing that your children have disabilities. People are wishing that your children have accidents tomorrow. People are wishing that your children are failures. So you have to stand your ground and be praying for your children, because the enemy is not happy when he sees that your children are thriving. The enemy wants you to be a mockery. That you are a single mother and you failed. That you are a single mother and your children became fools. That you are a single mother and your children lost their lives. Be standing on the fire altar. Be praying for these children, because what was said is evidence of what people wish for my life, for my children. They admire that I've been able to struggle with them and push them to be where they are. If you see the schools I've taken my children to, you will understand that I don't joke with raising children. I don't joke. When it comes to children, I don't even touch. Because I know. I know how it feels to give birth. I know that you can spend 9 months as a mother in pain, in anguish, and give birth to a child, only for somebody to say your child is disabled and laugh about it. Guys, be prayerful. To me, I always say this, that I thank God I know my enemies, because my enemies are saying what they want to see over my life. But God is exposing them. And as He's exposing them, I am able now to strategize my prayer. My prayer now will be, Father God, protect my children. Though it has always been my prayer. Alokubipo mutimo kwaso, banamayo. Wishing your friends' children evil is more than ukwipayo muntu. Bulosh. The God we serve, He will continuously be exposing the mindsets of some people who wish us evil. This is what they want to see. You struggling to raise your children, and they will be laughing about it. To those in Zambia, if you can form a WhatsApp group, I will advocate for you to get the support wherever I go in this world. Because I can feel your pain. Because I'm a mother. And I know how it feels. Umwana ulemukusha. Let alone I've worked with adults with learning disabilities. Form a WhatsApp group. Let me know when you form that group. I, Lilian Mutambo, will make sure we start this autism awareness, learning disabilities. I'll raise what I can from the people in the diaspora. Batumakoya cooking oil, diapers, whatever they can for you. You are really going through a lot. If somebody who inakuwa sungu is mocking mwana ukwete disability, nero tapadi, but we can say ale mokinga. I wonder how you're managing Zambia. Mwebantu wonse na mitotela. Thank you so much for your love, your support, your messages. Oh my God. All over the world. I've met people from Australia, Zambia, Swaziland, New Zealand, Canada, America, sending me messages and telling me, don't worry, Sissy. And I told them, I said, I know the God that I carry, the God that I serve. All these things, it comes back to what I've been saying all along, which many people don't want to believe, that life is spiritual. The enemy knows where we are going. So he must attack in the physical to make us lose hope. But we know we had already perceived this journey. Who said being a child of God is easy? Who said as a child of God you will be having it roses because now you believe in Jesus? If Jesus himself was persecuted, what about you and me, children of God? It will be worse. As long as tulekana abantu ukulandalanda tabakaleke, fighting us, they'll never stop. I love you, my people, and remember that God loves you too. And to all the mothers raising children with disabilities, take heart and know that Lile Mutam's TV, YouTube and Facebook, they love you. And this message will go even on my YouTube channel so that those in the diaspora can come across this video. Don't mock my children. I love you guys.